Hi there, this is Ferenc with myrunningdoctor.com. Today we're talking about the fourth arrow of awesome running form. It's called the cadence arrow. So it deals with the number of steps per minute. In running you have two main issues, the stride length and the number of those stride lengths, and together they define how fast you go. There's debate on what you want to change with your run to make it efficient, and cadence is one of those issues hotly debated all over. My thought on this is that we start with the design. The design is built around elasticity. Elasticity is a stretchability that you have in skin, muscles, tendons, ligaments, fascia, capsules that allows for a body to return to normal. So if I stretch my hand here and let go, it returns. That's called elastic return. If I do that quickly, if I snap it a little bit, it's pushed a lot faster, and it has something called elastic recoil, and that elastic recoil is free propulsion. If we do that in the leg, then we get free propulsion, which is a great idea. So how do we get elastic recoil in the legs? Well, we've measured most humans have elastic recoil that starts when the cadence is roughly 85 to 90 steps on one leg in 1 minute. So that means that the foot is on the ground at just short enough time to be able to spring back freely without having to be labored. If you have a slower cadence, let's say you're not going very fast, and you have a nice long stride, and you have a very slow cadence, then you have no elastic recoil, and it ends up being quite labored for most individuals. So keep that in mind. Here's an example of 90 RPM or SPM steps per minute on the treadmill. That's at 4 miles an hour. You can see it seems like a lot of steps, but it is only 4 miles an hour, so that's not very fast. If we up it to 8 miles an hour, you'll see that the stride length changes, but the cadence stays the same. And that's your goal, to be able to change the stride length based on how fast you want to go and keep the cadence roughly 85 to 90 RPM so you can optimize the elastic recoil. For some of you, that'll be very easy to transition to because you're quite close to it already. For others, it'll be more challenging because you're used to a very low cadence. Most runners that come in from a walking background basically haven't run for a long time, especially adults, tend to have too slow a cadence that's comfortable for them. And that takes a little bit of work. But I guarantee if you can comfortably work into it and practice it, takes about 2 weeks to 4 weeks to actually own it, it will make your runs a lot more comfortable. So that's the fourth arrow of awesome running form, the cadence arrow. We're looking for roughly 85 to 90 steps per minute on one leg. Thanks for coming, and have an awesome run.